All right, December 18th.
Yes, sir.
Last LegCo Council meeting.
Last LegCo Council meeting. I don't know if they're really gearing up for some big action. I think everybody's kind of keeping their powder dry for when, policy address and budget and, consultations on...
I know a lot of them having their passports and air tickets inside their jackets.
Oh, yeah.
Pockets already.
Yeah. They're going to save the big stuff for the new year.
So I'm quite sure they won't overrun the meeting to Thursday this time.
Yeah. They're going to be sitting there going, I got to fly, I'm not a bubble.
Thursday morning. We have to end this meeting.
Yeah. Not too much controversial coming down the pike.
Right.
Regina Ip's big controversial motion.
They said that she will be
We should have more math in school, really. She's going to say that the Hong government should be doing more for math education. It's not heavy duty stuff. It's little
math.
Yeah, just kind of keep the voter base happy,
right.
Little stuff. But then Sid Ho's got an interesting one, and it seems like a small thing. She wants the delegation of the panel on environmental affairs to report what they actually learned on their duty visit to Korea to look at waste management, which, of course, is a big topic. But they went in April, and we're still trying to get information out of them later this year. And I have to admit, I have some sympathy for this motion. Because what we found, as publishers, when we, Harvard Times, we track these things, we like to go a little more in depth. And what we find is that LegCo members go on a tour of duty to Japan and Taiwan. We say, tell us the number one thing that you learned. And, of the 15 that went on the trip, we'll have 10 of them come back to us and write us something. Say, this is what I learned. Well, no, they'll write, and they'll say, this is what I learned, or here's something specific that we think could apply in Hong Kong. Really, really good. But whenever somebody from, the government people go on a duty visit, whether it's to Beijing, especially the ones they do to Beijing, but other places as well, we get this, written response. It's basically the press release from before they went saying, oh, we will visit the Ministry of blah, blah. And, there's no meat to it. There's no, what did you learn? What did you think? What's more interesting? And I understand they feel like they got to be a little more cautious. But, I think as a public...
But Sid Ho's motion is about the government or is about their own trip to Korea?
It's the delegation of the panel. I think it was a mixed group. It was a mixed group.
Yep.
And, but this is a big issue. And people do know, after the environmental consultation came out earlier this year on waste management, Korea was kind of held up as the exemplar. So we want to see if we can get some more information out of that trip, because one gets a sense that the government is really looking at Korea as the model, right? So we want to know what those guys are thinking, right? I think that's where Sid Ho's going with this.
So Sid Ho is requiring the government to give out a report about that trip.
Yeah, it's what do you guys do up there? It's you come back and you tell us, oh, Korea's great. Really, well, what exactly?
But I think Sid Ho is doing the government a favor this time.
Maybe
because of the big waste management battle ahead.
Yeah.
So it will be a good platform for the government to conclude what they have learned, both in outside of Hong Kong and inside of Hong Kong as well.
Well, I'm sure she's, in terms of how people like Sid Ho relate to the government, they probably relate to the Christine Low part of the government in more friendly terms than the rest of the government. So you could very well be right on that.
All right. So delegation, Kira for today.
All right.